Started. Gundam fight all set. Ready? Go!
Why, hello, folks. Welcome. The weekend has come and gone. Monday is settled in and you've come to pass. But, it doesn't mean we have to hate the week for what it is. Welcome, one and all, to a very Monday Mechpit chat. I am, of course, Aaron Castro here to help you ease into the week because it doesn't have to all be miserable. Guys, it has been a weekend. It has been a week. Some family came to town. It was kind of some silly nonsense, and I guess I'm kind of feeling. Well, for a bit there, I was feeling a little bit of a writer's block had kind of set in. For basically most of July, I was sort of out of my groove for my tabletop stuff, and the biggest struggle for me has been trying to get that back on track. And it's something I got to kind of force myself through to get the groove back going. So I guess that's sort of my thought for the day is, how do you get yourself back into the groove when you've fallen out of it? The easy thing would be to say, we're just not gonna worry about this. We're gonna go ahead and, try to reset. But sometimes it isn't quite as hard. It isn't quite as easy as it seems. You start letting the show lapse. You're like, yeah, I'll get caught up on this show, and then before you know it, like half a season's gone. You're looking at the pile that's built up as you're like, oh, I'm like 10 episodes behind on a Kamen Rider, which is a bit of a challenge, but then sometimes you just have to kind of accept the losses. Which with that particular horse, for as much as I was enjoying the current series, I'm well aware that we're about a month out from the new Rider's premiere. So this is one where I feel like I'm ready to accept the loss, and I'm going to jump back into it with the new season, especially considering that the new series is going to be getting the American release. Let me pull that a little closer. Let me see. So, without further ado, guys, I want to briefly say thank you to everyone who's popped into the chat here. Guys like Vince Womack, who is, of course, dropping all those links for us, and yes, we are indeed on Kick. So, guys, give me a little bit of love over there. I would sure appreciate it. Give me the follow. Give me the help the links get out there because we want to spread a wide net. Of course, we also have DJ Ronnie who's down here as being one of those oh so loyal viewers, and I appreciate it so much for that. Dave C is down there, and let me see. Let's getting caught up here. Let's see, Ronan, what's up, buddy? I see you over there on the Kick side. I think they got to figure out how to get the chat linked in here because I can't pull those up. So, how's it going? And thank you for showing up over there. Let's see. Ronnie says, "I'm glad I waited a week to start G-Quacks. No cliffhangers." Yeah, but there's something to be said for, going ahead and watching with everyone because you want to stay in the conversation. But I've been jibber jabbering here just a little bit. I do have someone in the back, and I love having clips for people, but unfortunately, buddy, I gotta find something for you. So, this is gonna have to do in the meantime. Hey, Dash.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, I just realized I had my green screen on. Let's see, I should change Jedi. Should I go Jedi Council or Game of Thrones? Yeah, I'll just go generic. I'll just go with the generic VTuber background.
Yeah, it's the one everyone's been out. I've been and check it out. So how's it going, Dash?
Oh, it's going good. Been working out a bit.
Yeah, I see that. You're like a whole new man. My God.
Yeah. Though I do need to get my head enlarged because people are saying my head's too small.
Well, don't let them ever say you got a big head over this. So, I'd say you're keeping it well in check. So, before we do go any further, I got a little something here. Dear friend of the channel, Pops, who's who I am hanging out with every Tuesday. He sent me a little something here.
Ooh. Ooh.
I haven't had a chance to open this yet, so I thought I would do this on air just to make sure I can show the appreciation for this. Pops, I don't know what's in here yet. We're gonna find out, and then I don't know if I'm gonna thank you or hate you for this. And I'm not gonna show the front because that's personal address stuff. All right, so we got a little note here. It says, "Happy birthday, my friend. I hope it's great, Pops." All in all, it was a great birthday. And as we open this up, what do we? Oh, that.
What did he get you?
I got an Ecto Cooler sticker.
Oh man,
Were you down with the Ecto Cooler?
no, just high seat.
Oh yeah, and the green screen. All because
Oh yeah, so I realized that's why it looked weird. It's
Mm.
I'm literally seeing through it.
All of this is because I was talking about during, I think, our Ghostbusters stream, just how much I liked Ecto Cooler as a kid. It's one of those little personal gifts. I gotta find a place to stick that now. Maybe if we do a new PC here this winter, we'll go down with that. But yeah, that said, I appreciate that so much. So Pops, thank you. Yes, Ronan, my childhood. Yes, someone else knows it. It was just like tangerine orange and the orange, and it was just dyed green for Slimer. But it was so good, and they kept it around for like a decade or two after the movies. Like that was like the one piece of evergreen merchandise, like well into the 90s. I know, at least. But all in all, that's what we got going on here. That was kind of our the little special way to start the show. So Dash, we were talking this week.
Yes.
We were talking today, and well, I know T-shirt up there was saying that he wants some mechs.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, we were talking. You were showing me this new mech show that came out fairly recently. It's a 12-episode series. It looks really cool, but the intros for it and the outro are pretty interesting.
Oh yeah. So what we were talking about is, of course, one of my favorite anime of 2024. I almost said 2014. Brave Bang Braver. Let me go ahead and pull up the anime list for this one because it is well worth anyone's time, especially if you love some big robots. And well, let's just say it manages to achieve one of the biggest checkboxes when it comes to mecha, as far as I'm concerned. Because anyone who's been listening here consistently has heard me talk about how mecha anime, at the end of the day, yes, we have big robots. Yes, we can get into the politics, but above all else, it's just a little gay to begin with. And oh boy, this was one of the most unexpected shows of 2024. And when we got it, it was a series that had been largely it was a series that was largely kind of under the radar. We didn't quite know where it was going to be at. In fact, with the way the show was initially premiered, we didn't even know anything about the titular character. It was just kind of it was getting thrown out there where it seemed like, oh, cool, we're going to have like these kind of humans and kind of generic mech suits fighting aliens. Like, this is going to be cool. And then we get this big, bold, red robot jumping out of nowhere, playing his literal theme song as he goes to fight heroes and screams his name. So, I guess to set things up, I started by showing you the ending to this show
Yes.
because I don't know. I don't. It was just like it's the most unexpected sort of way to start advertising a show, but there's something kind of endearing about it as it goes.
Yeah, so I don't know the context of what the characters, but it was definitely very melodramatic, and I agree. It was quite gay.
And the thing is, right? As I've said, like a lot of the best mecha all have to be just that little bit gay, and there's nothing wrong with that because it sort of goes with the undertones of it. There's a lot of tensions that are always at play when you have two people riot, with big passions for what they're fighting for, going head to head as they jump into the cockpit and grab that thrust master. But this is most giant robot shows in and of themselves. They're all these kind of like giant metal dick stand-ins.
I guess I never thought of the genre like that, but yeah, I guess it is like Gurren Lagann was just a giant dick contest at the end of the day.
Right? And he's like, and it's like they're so lost over, Kamina.
Kamina.
Yeah, he's like he's the dude that everyone is like lusting after
The best
and wants to.
character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kamina, man. Plus, it's a show where the giant robot has to drill into things to top them.
Yeah, I see it now. I see it now. I was too distracted by Yoko's boobs as a teenager.
Oh, I mean, we got boobs too, and that's all great and all, but there's something to be said for, when you're able to kind of get in and kind of see, you start to see it for what it is, and feel you get the undertones. You're like, oh my god, this is it's it's like the one genre where we can get Brandon the anime guy to watch the gay art. I joke, but I genuinely love it. And then of course after what am I doing? We're gonna show a little bit of the ending. Just I'm not necessarily gonna play the audio,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
definitely showed him the screenshot I sent you. Show him that part eventually. But yeah, like so you don't get flagged.
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, they're just having this like big serious like dramatic song, and you're like, okay, so this is like every other anime closing, but then it's like we're not getting cuts of like them all hanging out and doing stuff that's totally unrelated to the show. We just have our two main characters coming together, and then it's like, why are they taking their shirts off? Oh, this is one of those shows. We have like the two guys here just singing as the camera's circling around them. I said the ending is literally two muscular dudes taking their shirts off and singing as they eventually hold hands.
I know it. Show the pec close shot. Yes.
Like,
oh man, this I particularly liked as. Oh man.
Wait. If we're gonna do anything, we gotta play just a little bit of this.
Oh man.
It's the money shot of this ending.
Oh man, hand holding, super gay.
Guys, I really should have censored this. I'm sorry, but unfortunately, I have some worse news because unfortunately, apparently I broke the rules of the internet, and I think the 5-0 is here.
I'd rather you just 404 whatever that just was, and then the 5-0 can, set the badge down. We can just talk. But was that the fan fan art or the
Nope.
fan exploitation of that volleyball scene from your favorite mecha show?
Oh, we didn't even get to the volleyball scene or the boxing
Yeah, I thought you'd laugh.
or getting or the characters getting tied up and thrown into somewhere. Or the Fujoshin, who's just like loving our heroes getting going toe to toe with one another.
Yeah, that's a different toe.
But on the flip side of that,
Right.
Dash, I then showed you the opening, which totally unlike the intro, or totally unlike the closing.
Yeah. It is the complete opposite.
Which was effectively just screaming our hero's name. We're singing about how great Bravern is when he shows up, like bang Bravern, bang bang.
And there's all these like girls like in shot, big action robots. Like, it's really like adrenaline pumping.
It kind of pumps you. It's got that great rhythm. Dude, what's not to love?
What exactly are we talking about?
Bravern.
Oh, Raven. Yeah, we're just
a year later.
We're talking how the opening starts out like very like like your typical anime opening, and then how the ending is just like the closing is just like it's not even like it is just flat out gay.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought we were talking about, so I was on point. I just was. Okay.
But yeah, all of that. Oh, sorry, it was just like sort of came up in my feed today, and I was thinking about Brave, and I'm like, God, it's such a good show. And I remember there was a period of time in which that opening theme song was just part of my regular rotation. I was like, hey, I bet I could probably convince some more people to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
And I say it worked.
Braver. I wish I had my own little backdrop of, intro music and whole like banner behind me every time I showed up. I mean, I kind of do here.
I know. While Punkwaddle appears. But I mean, unfortunately, we're not all great to have like those great standout moments.
Yeah.
More Bravern.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's ultimately was the show that has really stood out for myself. A year later, I'm still thinking about it. It was unlike anything else we were getting, which actually is and isn't true, because at the same time, Gundam gave us at the same time Witch from Mercury, which went the total opposite.
Yeah.
Which I feel only enforced what I'm calling the Ironcaster rule, is that your mecha has to be like man on man gay, because when it's all about women, it isn't as good. And the only people who like it because they want to say, oh my god, it's stunning and brave or whatever.
Representation.
What you're saying is when they go toe to toe, they stub their toe and they say, "Oh yowie."
Exactly. It gets the testosterone flowing.
Yeah, I don't know if you should say yes to that one, but okay.
Yes. Look.
I can make puns in other languages.
I don't want that.
Uh,
So I was kind of looking around. I'm like, wow, I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. And I was like, what do we got for today? I'm looking around. I'm thinking. I'm like, hey, what's always kind of fun to look at? I'm like, tier list.
Yeah.
Because about a year ago, I was putting together a little tier list for some of my Super Robot stuff. I was like, hey, what do I think about the current Kamen Rider shows? Let me make a little list I can go look back at.
Yeah.
Ooh woo. And I look at, I'm like, wait, there's gonna be some really solid, tier lists. And I look at her, I'm like, wait a minute. wait a minute. I think I just know. So let me pull up a couple of these, because then I started looking around. I'm like, oh my god, like there are some massive tier lists. And I am not just waffling just to buy myself time here, because let me see. So here's like the straight up one that's like tier of the best waifus. Is like, yeah, okay,
yeah.
This cat. There's not gonna be too many of these, right? And it's like, oh,
there's gonna be a crap ton of waifus.
Oh,
yeah.
No character names, just pictures.
Yeah, just like, crap.
Yeah.
I might get 5% of this if I'm lucky.
Is this all the S list?
No, this is just this is all for you to create your own tier list. So these are just the options. And boy, do they have options. Yeah, Uwu is correct.
Like,
I don't even.
Oh my god, this is.
It would take a while to figure out if I recognize half of these.
I recognize the girl from B&A, the Tanuki one.
I recognize the deer girl.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, hey, what else is on here? And I'm like, oh wait, there's gonna be a furry one, isn't there?
Oh. I'm
like, okay, this. How bad is this gonna be? Like, wait, why is it starting off with a straight up Dalmatian?
Well,
I'm like, oh,
what?
Oh god,
it's all furry.
Yeah, no, this is literally just all furry waifus, and it's like, dear God, I didn't think there were like this many.
Donald Duck is in there.
I saw Lola. She automatically wins. Yeah, some Fortnite skins.
Okay,
I think
this is just.
I'm seeing some like it looks like Family Guy characters or something.
There's Family Guy characters. There are just straight up porn artist characters.
Oh, there's the Gator from I Want to Hug the Gator from Caveman Studios. The 4chan visual novel, furry visual novel.
I mean, there's just a plethora of like all the My Little Ponies.
There's the ponies. There's all the Pokemon.
So here's the thing: these are just a little bit too open-ended. Like, I'd need a little bit more of a anime waifus or something, furries or something. Like, it just. Oh, I see penguins. Penguins are always nice.
I'm starting to see people's OCs. Those aren't real characters. They're just adding people's OCs now.
There's just a character that's drawn a lot on like Twitter, and so it wound up on the list. But I'm not even done scrolling. I've been scrolling this entire time. Oh my god, there are so many furries.
Again. Freddy the Fish? You put Freddy the fucking Fish in this? It's not even a furry.
Yeah, these are just like
animals.
Slop. These are just slop of things that sure, yeah. Load that in.
Oh my god, there's the bottom.
Wait, I'm seeing some dudes in this. I think I see the penguin from that one Don Bluth movie that Nostalgia Critic reviewed.
Oh,
why is he there?
I don't know, but there's just my god, there's so many furries. There's so much porn.
Send in the Space Marines.
Yeah.
Like, all right. The thing is, it wouldn't be so bad if it was just like anthropomorphic, but like that's a straight up dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's 101 Dalmatians. Like, yeah, that's
yeah.
I feel like they don't even care what a furry is. They're just throwing a bunch.
Yeah, I think the person who made this was probably not even a furry. They just took every like.
I feel like this is an insult to furries, even though I'm not a furry. I'm just a puppet.
It kind of is.
Like they just
as someone who's kind of totally.
I was going through. I looked at this. I'm like, oh my god, I have to talk about this tonight because people, what are you doing? Like, I get furries, do your thing, whatever.
Yeah,
but have some standards. Oh wait,
I don't think
before I forget.
Before
I forget, we could see who got the most votes and who got the average votes. We could see what people have ranked.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
all right, what do we want first?
Let's see most votes.
Yeah.
Top 1% is like Gumball characters.
Gumball's mom.
Okay,
Oh,
I mean,
of course,
the girl from
Rouge.
Sonic makes sense. Oh yeah, obviously.
That Digimon everyone faps too.
Yeah.
Luna. Yeah.
Yo,
And then
Judy Hoops, of course. Judy Hoops. Oh, and Lola, of course.
Yeah.
You'd be insane not to put Lola.
Is that
Mhm.
from Fridays? That one?
Ugh, I never understood
Chica?
people that like those characters. They're fucking Chuck E. Cheese robots that want to eat you.
Apparently, that's hot for some people.
Yeah, I guess some people are into that. I'm not.
Like I can kind of get the Roxanne Wolf one because it's kind of got that punk goth look to it, so it like checks multiple boxes. But like
That is
That's
not
straight
the,
up
that's
wearing a bib.
not the AI girlfriend you want. Okay, we're starting to be able to manufacture better ones. Also,
Lola
yeah.
Bunny. Oh my God, Vaporeon made the list. What? Why?
What?
No. Oh. Oh, why is Vaporeon in the top 1% of like 3,000 furries?
That's not cool, guys.
Ooh, Mithra made the second tier. Nice.
Oh, Zelda. I can see that. I mean, at least she's anthropomorphic, animalized. Yeah.
Like, I'm a little surprised looking over this, like, where things have wound up. Like,
Yeah,
Whisper
standards.
from Sonic.
Standards.
Yeah, the IDW fans put her there.
Mm.
She's not even a bad character, but how did this wind up here?
Is that a nun or orca or something? Yeah, that's someone's OC for sure.
That one?
No, in the other list. Yeah, I saw it's like a nun.
That's Fortnite. Okay, yeah. That's Cuddle.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, forget it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just I'm kind of flabbergasted. Hey, some two kinds.
Oh, hey, that female devil from that one YouTube video is on there. Satana. No, it's like.
To be fair, there are like so many.
Yeah, that red one up top. Yeah, yeah, no, up by date. Lucia. That Lucius. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I can't point it out. But yeah.
And then the average votes are like,
Yeah, but
no one is best. Everyone, like, at best, you have like bats and wolves and in the top. So we get to see like apparently where everyone has decided that these things deserve to be. I don't know. I'm just sort of surprised by some of these lists.
Yeah, but again, this kind of makes me feel like back when BuzzFeed made a quiz for everything. You know, they're just making lists for everything so people can come mess with it, give them their site traffic and all that jazz. Even if they're absurd and preposterous.
Oh, man, it must have taken forever to get all those franchise logos onto these picks.
Yeah.
Someone had to have just like created a template and like but
yeah, but
I'm just trying to think of all the effort that went in just because there are oh my God, so many series. Yeah, now you mention that. What sort of time and effort went into this? Like the amount
to create the pictures, or how much time it took somebody to actually rank
get the logos,
500 different furries,
get the pics, get the logos, like all of it. Someone had a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah, because now that you mention that, it's like, okay, all of this just to be able to say whose waifu is the best.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, geez. I have no words.
Mm-hmm. Like, I like a top 10 out of top 5 out of 50 is bad enough. Like, just think how long it would take to do like 100 just a hunt. Like there's lists with like 20 to 30 to 40, but then you get 50, 60, 70, you get 100 or 200, and like think about how long it takes to decide who's top tier and bottom tier and all that with like 200 different characters to work through. And then you realize, oh, I put them there. Oh, I have to revamp the whole thing because if that person's there, then that changes how I. Oh, wait, no, are they really that? Oh, no, but I want them to be that. But then, oh, no,
And not only that, looking at the very bottom,
Excuse me.
everything was organized by franchise. So it had to have all been like custom typed in.
Or labeled a certain way, like
That
Sonic
was
this. Yeah.
that was easily like a 40-hour job someone set up just to create that tier list.
Yeah.
Like there was some IT guy who should have been doing their job who was busy putting that together.
Well,
It has to be an IT guy.
I admire the passion.
or maybe it was one of those IT guys that got laid off in the last few years.
Well-
And said, you know what? I'm just going to do this for my time because.
Well, I mean, a lot of the wealthy furries are IT guys. So,
This is true.
yeah,
Plus there's the old adage about like the wealthy get to decide the art trends, and I mean, there's a lot of suspiciously wealthy furries out there commissioning art.
mhm.
So apparently, we just live in a furry world.
Well, I mean, like I said, the victor decides history. The more wealthy who gets to commission and pay for more art will then say that is this period was thick with that sort of art, so that means it was more popular. But then again, we have also the trends of the internet to say like, well, some people liked it, other people really like this stuff that existed and weren't happy with it. So it kind of gets a little bit different now that we have all these sort of data collection, whatnot.
Oh yeah, we also have all that going on. This is driven away everyone because apparently our me deciding to talk about like a massive furry list was apparently driven away the audience. But that is one of the things that's one of the things we will live with. I don't care because this was just so entertaining. I had to talk about this. I'm like, guys, do you realize all the effort that went into this? Why are there dogs here?
I mean, I think there's a way to give respect to the furries without, letting them take over.
Oh, yeah, that was just a bad list. It was just a bad list because for one, not all of them were furries. If you actually, I'm sure you could find a better list.
What about a list of mechs and get everybody back here,
Yeah.
I kind of thought that's where you're going with this.
No, we just you never know what's gonna pop up in your feed before you know it. You're down rabbit
first
hole.
we go from anime, the gay anime to furries. I feel like we're just retrograde in motion.
Oh man,
it all just sort of blends together after a while. You're online and long enough, and then suddenly you're like, "Wow, yes, go ahead and make the Gundam a waifu." Now put the maid dress on.
You're starting to sound like Mad's last channel, not his new one, but his last one.
Why, Punkwaddle? Whatever do you mean? Tell me more.
Oh, Mad Sajani, Guy Volleyball, but he's a changed man now. He's got a new channel. I mean, he used to talk about that scene from Top Gun all the time. You talk about that scene from Bravern all the time. Shirtless volleyball. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I feel like I should have a segue here, but I'm like, I actually don't. So I'm like, oh god. Okay, so the old adage, the old reliables. Guys, what have you been watching lately? Like, Dash, I know you're talking about finally going to check out Bravern, so that is something you have to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, go ahead. What else have you been watching, Dash?
I've been mainly I've been binging the Japanese version of Digimon because
Okay.
I totally missed out on that franchise for the most part. Because I was such a Pokemon loyalist.
Mm.
And now that like
Mhm.
Pokemon's like crap and there's a new Digimon game that actually looks really cool, I decided to do catch up. And
Yeah.
I'm actually really digging it.
I remember the first couple seasons of Digimon I watched when they aired, and I liked them way better than Pokemon because of not because they were Tamagotchi for boys, but because they actually, they had that evolution, that had that mecha sort of animal Zordish digital. I was like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, the transformation sequences are really cool, especially with the Japanese music. They play this really cool theme. It's called Braveheart.
No.
Yeah, so like I know the American version had its own music, but I'm really digging the Japanese music.
That's cool. I don't know if I've heard that, but I believe you.
Oh yeah, listen to it. It's a banger.
I will.
I think I jumped out with like the fourth series. I think it was Tamers, where you had the humans turning into
Yeah,
the.
that was the only series of Digimon I actually watched because it came on just before I went to school.
See, I think I sort of had the opposite, where I was catching it when I was coming home from school.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, no, you're quickly discovering just how crazy the Digivolution mechanics can be.
Yeah.
But also, for as big of for as memey as this is, the Digivolution lines are actually more like this.
Yeah, what's cool is the Discotech subs don't call it Digi-Evolution. They just roughly translate it to evolution.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I know the
Now,
game's calling it Digi-Evolution, probably
Yeah.
because that's what like most people know it as.
Digivolution.
mhm.
Yeah, they just translated to evolution in the Discotech disc that I got.
Okay.
But yeah, like apparently there's a lot of different variants and stuff. So these are all Raymon's variants. I haven't seen her. I'm guessing she comes in the second series.
Oh, Renamon was part of the third series.
Okay, so it's a while. Though I heard rumors that Discotech might be getting that season eventually.
Actually, I think there was some talk about Discotech doing a bunch of reveals soon. Let me go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me go
there
check
is.
their X feed.
This is rumored to be one of them, I think. But yeah, it's crazy. Like that, there's like 11 different evolutions.
And not only that, in a lot of cases, those initial forms, or most of these forms from like the early like 2 or 3 points of it, can
Mhm.
all then branch off into other forms as well, especially depending on the game you pick up. So, for you, Dash, I would recommend picking up Digimon Cyber Sleuth. That is kind of one of the premier like best games that have been out in the franchise, because you have so many. Because with that, you're constantly like digivolving them back to lower levels, so you can build up like the friendship meter, or there's certain stuff you have to you train up that you can pull them back down, so you can kind of prestige it and then move them around. So you're constantly fiddling with them. You're getting to constantly see a bunch of
Yeah,
different forms.
I got Cyber Sleuth dirt cheap on a sale. I just don't have time to play it.
And that is the unfortunate thing with Cyber Sleuth. That game will take you hours. You will be drawn in, and it's not as handholdy as a lot of modern games have been.
Pokemon.
Absolutely. Yeah, you will find yourself constantly saying, "Okay, where was I at?" Might not be the best game to do for a stream for you, but
Yeah, okay, for sure. But I am planning on streaming the new game.
or if you do, maybe treat it like a one-off, just so you can kind of have a taste.
Oh yeah, well, like if people get bored of it, I'll definitely switch games. For sure. But I am looking forward to this new one on PS5, which I guess is a sequel to Cyber Sleuth. Maybe not a direct sequel, but it's part of the Digimon stories. Yeah. Apparently, this new one involves time travel or something.
That doesn't surprise me. Plus, with us being sort of like 30 years out, or whatever the year is now, I'm sure there's probably some anniversary they want to like take advantage of.
Yeah.
But it looks like we are about a week out from Discotheque Day. So this time next week, we'll probably be talking about a bunch of brand new reveals from them.
Cool.
Oh, sure. Nice.
And they love to do all these little cryptic clues. Like, here's a random clip from some show. Like, here's a clip from an episode of Doctor Who. They're not getting the Doctor Who license, but they're trying to use it to hint at probably some, I don't know, sci-fi show they're airing, or who knows what. Let's see. I've been alternating between Godzilla and 0079 since finishing G-Quox. Not a bad call. If you've watched Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quox, it would be worth going back and check out the original one just to see where the original timeline had steered.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Although now it does feel like it's a little bit of a calm period. Like, they're going to kind of let things simmer for a little bit, and with any luck, maybe we'll start getting some more announcements come, this time maybe spring next year as we set up for the new miniatures game.
Right, and then you've also, well, it usually is around December that they do some Gundam announcements. They do some of the showcase by March, like I said, by spring, some of the new Bandai stuff and all that promotional things. And I feel like they do something around December as well. And yeah, for at least kits, if not shows. And sometimes they'll bring, like, on Gundam Info, they'll bring back some of the older shows for you to watch for, a few weeks or a month.
Yeah, because I think that was how I was telling Dash to check out the original movie trilogy.
Yeah, because that was up last year. And it was on Netflix for a while, but I think they dropped it.
Yeah, they did drop it. So I was able to finish the first one before they took it down.
Okay, cool.
Maybe not.
I saw Char is being sneaky, betraying his ally like that.
No, what are you talking about? Char would never betray anyone.
Yeah.
He's never betrayed anyone in his life.
No.
No, he's too busy taking all those showers.
No, it was those damn.
Wait, hold on. Showers. I didn't think he was, had involved with Disney at all.
They killed the fucking prince. Damn it! We have to kill these bastards.
Oh, poor Garma. We hardly knew ye.
Purple-haired punk. Wait.
Yeah,
that was awkward.
That's why we like Garma. He's a bit of a punk. And he's purple.
Yeah, he gets to radicalize the other faction to.
I guess I have to respect purple-haired punks a little bit.
Well, I mean, didn't you see his funeral? Everyone was so sad and angry.
Yeah.
It was a masterful use of basically weaponizing his death as propaganda to further the war.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think Quattro Bagina knew what he was doing.
Yeah, they knew exactly.
But let's see. Other shows that have been airing right now. We finally got a return of Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, and I don't know if you guys have been watching that.
I watched a couple over the first season, but I haven't really kept up with it. It reminded me of some of the old school, like kind of like an edgier Powerpuff Girls sort of thing. I don't know. It's at least stylistically, right?
Yeah. So I respect Panty and Stocking, but I was never really like a big fan of it because just like some of the more religious elements, like the undergarments of the Holy Virgin, just didn't really like. So like I have limits, but I do love those demon chicks. They are so hot.
I mean,
see, like I'm not okay with the Virgin Mary undergarments, but I'm okay with the freaking hot demons. So,
you know.
I mean,
down
look,
with you
all I'm
will.
saying is they made one of the waifu list. Actually, I think they made most of the waifu list, so they did something right with this show.
I'm sure they did.
And the other thing they also did as well with it was it's over on Amazon Prime. So for as annoying as it is to have things spread out, it's again nice not to see everything under the Crunchyroll thumb.
Yeah.
It is. And like we talked a few weeks ago with Netflix starting to carry more and more stuff. Although they're starting to carry current stuff and second seasons, but for a while, I mean, 10 years ago or even longer, like in 12, 13, it was like they would carry the first season or season or two of some show that's been around forever. Like they only have so much of One Piece, and it's like, okay, I can watch it on Netflix, I can get hooked, but where do I go to actually watch the rest, right?
Sony still has a vice script on anime, and from what I understand, I don't think Crunchyroll's like doing particularly well right now. So I'm hoping that means like more of these licenses are going to get out at some point, so we can have other people like do dubbing or do like distribution.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't seen. There's this show called Leviathan I want to check out. Has anyone seen that?
I know that it's come out and it's seen it advertised, but I have not watched it yet.
Yeah, I was just wanted to know if it was any good because I know it's one of the anime Netflix got.
So before we jump off of Penny Stocking with Garbell here, I want to show one thing off real quick for what I think was probably a reason to watch it.
Okay.
And for I do comic stuff. I'm talking comic books during the week.
Right.
And there was an episode of the show that genuinely surprised me because it was ultimately a giant love letter to Jack Kirby.
Ooh, nice.
I remember you saying something that in a tweet, but I didn't quite follow it.
Yeah. So what the last episode had this segment in it that was just all these elements of Jack Kirby art and the Fantastic Four and of course where we had the Silver Surfer. This is a love letter to Jack Kirby that came right at the same time, by the way, as the Fantastic Four movie. Which
that was probably planned. That was planned.
That was well timed. That was intentional, for sure.
Just a giant The Thing meets Darkseid.
Yeah,
that is really funny.
And it keeps going because so many. There's a lot of little things that were in the episode that just I'm like, oh my god, I've read this panel, I've seen this.
Well, someone at Trigger is obviously a retro comic book fan.
Yeah.
So much of it was just fully on display. Like they had Celestials. This is an episode I would have had to make Klobby watch. Rest in peace.
All right, me.
Because especially after what they did with the Fantastic Four, with what we can already see is going to be a flop of a movie, I was just flabbergasted. I look over and I'm like, this is so completely out there, bizarre, but there's so much love of this show, love of Jack Kirby coming from Japan, and I couldn't believe it. But there's a lot more of the episode that was there to show off, and I wanted to, highlight this as sort of a high point of the week. But so getting back on track, you said it shows what, Labyrinth or
Leviathan?
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I've thought about it, and last night when I was scrolling through, because we watched Happy Gilmore 2, which was it's all right for what it is. Like, I understand why some people don't like it; they expected it to be more than it was. But Adam Sandler's been doing the Netflix thing for a while, and it felt like a made for Netflix movie. But all in that, it seemed like had enough callbacks, fun, chill, some crazy moments, and it was better than some of the. I would say it was still better than like Zoolander 2 or Anchorman 2 that just felt like they were just trying to do cash grabs with big budgets, and it just didn't land, right?
I watched about a half hour of it, so I saw about the first third of it or so.
Yeah.
So I got through all of the first act, and it just it was losing me ultimately.
And
Because it's it's a lot of these similar elements where a lot of these actors always wind up saying, "I just want to do family stuff now." I mean, Will Smith did it. Adam Sandler's been doing it a lot lately.
it's
And
gonna
so
hit, it's gonna hit the Netflix crowd well. Like it's gonna hit the people that watched Billy Madison, watched Happy Gilmore, thought it was funny back in the '90s, but kind of grew up with the family. Like it's hitting his target audience, and so there's a lot of people that are probably upset that it's not hitting the original Happy Gilmore audience, but I don't think it was intended for that. So once again, I get why some people are disappointed, but watching it once all the way through with the wife didn't cause me emotional damage or physical pain. So
I really was lost. They were losing me with he became this alcoholic who lost everything. It's sort of the build up to effectively give us a big reset on Happy.
well, I also understand that when the one guy, his I forget the actor's name, the great iconic, the guy with the broken hand, the guy that was in
Oh
Mandalorian,
yeah.
when he passed away, they had to redo it. So there was, I think they had to redo the script and all that stuff because he was originally in it. So the wife thing and some of the other stuff they had to make. I think they maybe tried to rush some of the slapstick stuff and tried to work it out. So I do think that affected it. But that to say, and I know we're talking about animation, I did watch the K-pop Demon Hunters though.
Okay, that one I've been seeing has been blowing up.
That has
And
been blowing up like crazy in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And let me tell you my theory. All the people on Netflix who watch all the K dramas, for one,
Mhm.
all the people on Netflix that are starting to watch more and more anime, and all the people who are paying attention to K-pop, the Netflix Cat's Eye, which isn't K-pop, but it's an American pop group that's been trained. Yeah, they did that Dream Academy that came out with this quote unquote trying to be a super group, that they're getting uber popular in the last 6-8 months. Like they're really pushing hard to be a big commercial group. And so all this to say that K-pop and the American bridge to K-pop, all of these things are super huge right now and really pushed in the market. So a K-pop Demon Hunter that's featuring some of the big K-pop bands, right? Groups from over there to doing the flagship, and it's a fun story, right? It's nothing new, it's nothing amazing. It's and they're not like overpowered Mary Sue girl bosses. Like it's just three girls who are the singers and their songs, and they hunt demons, and their singing helps fortify the barrier between human world and the demon world, right? And then they have their own trivial trials and tribulations and things, and there's not
So
fan service in it. It's not fan service. It's not ooey gooey. It's not cleavage. It's much more family friendly. So it's hitting a whole lot of notes for Netflix. Okay.
so from the outside, as I've not seen it, I'll
Yeah.
be honest, I probably won't get around to seeing it because I have weeks old comics piling up. I haven't had a chance to get to,
Right.
so I'm like, I gotta get some priorities in place.
I get it.
That said, from the outside, it looks like it's got its audience. It's doing well off. It's got that great blend of all the Korean, all the international Korean audience that's
It
there.
was made by America. Like Ken Jeong is their manager, the voice of their manager. So like they have big names and big American names and voices that you'll recognize. So
It kind of comes off to me from what little bit I'm seeing is sort of that, like, I think it was Winx Club. I think was that show. Basically, that's sort
Oh,
of.
you mean that edgy version of Winx Club they made that totally bummed?
yeah,
Well, what I'm saying is it seems like it's going for like a combination of like that and the Monster High.
Kind of, but the fact that it has the songs and the musicals and those numbers, it that's the one thing. And I know not everybody's a fan of musicals, but when you do that, you use those moments of song to carry. You can say so much about the story and have those montages and moments that like there wasn't tons of fluff. I don't know. It just like each act worked pretty well. Um, like I wasn't being super analytical of it, but just sitting on the couch watching it, I was like, okay, I'm engrossed. I'm interested in the character development. I'm interested in the way they're telling the story. They're, you know, everything's fine. Not everything's fine. Oh, there's a big thing that they're working towards. Okay, well, this is a setback. How do we solve this? There's more complicated. Like it was just, it was fun. It was fun to sit back and watch, not try and solve it before it gets done.
All right, Dash, what do you know about it? Have you checked it out? Were you planning to?
I have heard nothing but praises of it. I wasn't really particularly interested. I may put it on if I'm like ever bored. But yeah, it's cool. It's like seems like it's a sleeper hit.
Like I said, once again, that Netflix crowd and all that stuff, it just was prime. I'll shut up.
No, like I've heard like even like people that went into like apparently liked it. I don't know. I still think the concept's a bit like not my thing.
Yeah, but yeah, the whole like even playing on like the magic. It's not quite a magical girl show, but it is kind of a magical girl show. But like not Sailor Moon, not for. It's more of like a. The girls are a little bit more edgier and badass in a way than Sailor Moon, which is saying only so much, right?
Yeah, it's like magical girl animes. Like they kind of have to be a little bit cutesy, whereas like
Yeah.
I guess like these girls are more like girl boss a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it is its own genre. It has its audiences. Just like how you with a lot of tokusatsu, there is oddly enough there is a little bit of crossover there. I think it's like the Cure series is sort of the girl sort of comparable series there.
Hmm.
But again, this has its audience. For
Yeah.
once, there seems to be a success, and it just goes to show that that a lot of international entertainment has to step up. There's going to be shows like this that they're going to take off and do
Hmm.
insanely well. I can already see the live action version of this getting greenlit.
Well, and this goes back to kind of what I was thinking about mentioning in a second, but the when you look at how entertainment, who's kind of been the peak and pinnacle and sort of like animation and Japanimation, the things, things back in the 90s that we were like, oh wow, anime is still doing strong. They're struggling with their infrastructure. They're struggling with who to market to because they don't have enough people to be as insulated and insular as they've been before. But then you have Korea, Hong Kong, Taiwan, China making animation shows like the Lord of Mysteries that's really hooked on. I'm hooked on.
I haven't heard about that.
Okay, so it's on Crunchyroll, but it's Lord of Mysteries. It's this macabre. It is kind of an isekai where this guy wakes up and he doesn't understand what happened, but it's like Steam. It's um not what what is not
Okay,
not.
I think I did see this kind of pop by the home screen yesterday.
I feel like we might have talked about it before, but uh it's Steam. It's not Cthulhu. It's like
Steampunk.
not steampunk. It's more Steam. It's Victorian, but like what's Cthulhu? It's that kind of horror that
The Lovecraft.
Lovecraft, a little Lovecraftian. There's like there's just kind of like they're they're fighting not quite some kind of demonic things. There's still like horror elements. There's some of the darker themes of spiritual and fantasy and um basically they're trying to protect the streets and trying to keep things from the normal people knowing about it. But the other thing is, it seems the first few episodes seem to go pretty well in order, but then it starts getting like, oh, we're on this adventure and this adventure, and so like I almost feel like binge watching it might be easier to keep up, because if you're getting a story and a story, and then because stylistically and pacing it's so much different than normal anime, you might forget and might get lost, and it's sometimes I get confused who's who or what's what.
Well, I mean,
But
it's kind of like for someone like DJ Ronnie, it's gonna be perfect because it with so much of it out now, he can sit down and just binge through like 5 or 6 episodes.
yeah, I think we're on episode 7 now. Yeah.
If I could make one last recommendation before I think we wrap things up for tonight, I probably will have to sit down and finally give that a watch tonight. I'm pretty caught up on most of my stuff,
Mm-hmm.
except for like one current show I started watching, and this was a show called Milky Subway,
Okay.
which and one of the big reasons, well, for one thing, episodes are 3 minutes long.
Okay.
It has an English dub. It's available on YouTube, so you could come watch it right here.
Ooh.
And here, let's go over here and check this out. Milky Subway, the Galactic Limited Express. I forgot to subscribe. My mistake.
Mhm.
So, in it, they were basically a bunch of criminals who are basically being tasked with having to clean up this space train.
Okay.
And here you go. So you can see 3.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You could watch it while you brush your teeth. You could watch it while you poop.
Okay.
And plus, as far as the art style goes, this is that 3D CG sort of aesthetic. Like if you saw some of the more recent stuff, like the Lupin the Third movie, Lupin the First. If you've seen the 2013 Space Pirate Captain Harlock,
Yeah.
or the CGI Astro Boy, this is a style you see in a lot of stuff now. And yeah, with episodes being as short as they are and being so easily accessible, there's kind of no reason not to check it out.
Yeah.
But I went in without much of a plan for today, and I think we've sort of done it all today.
This was fun. This was fun.
Yeah, we started off talking about Big Man the Man and some robots.
Penny stocking.
Penny stocking. We saw just how many furry waifus there are. We saw how many waifus there are.
Yeah, it looks like we got some of our audience back, so don't scare them off before the end of the show.
Oh yeah, no furry talk.
Okay, you sure, guys? Because I'm sure there's probably another list here I could probably look at.
We don't have a Vader no for you, but we're the equivalent. But we maybe need to figure it out what that is.
No, man.
But let's see, who's streaming right now who could use some audience transfer? I'm not sure. We'll have to find something out. Well, we'll have to figure something out and see who's live and who could use the.
I think Hypnotic should be live right now.
Oh, cool. If you can drop a link, I can.
Oh yeah, sure.
I can provide that. But as we get this together, while you pull that up, Punkwaddle, what's going on with you this week? I saw you post a new video this morning.
Yep. Breaking the ice with blue jeans and all this AI talk about age and all that jazz. We'll see.
Okay, how that goes. Putting it in the private chat.
Then
Vince says you lost me at the furry stuff.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
See?
Did it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just not for everyone.
All right, I'll drop a link over to Hypnotic as we mosey on our way out of here. Dash, what you got coming up?
What I got coming up? Well, I just bought Mafia: The Old Country. I didn't realize it was coming out this week, so I went ahead and bought it. So I think that's going to be my next game. And other than that, been playing this Castlevania like game, and I think I might be starting a new show on Fridays.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell. Is there anything to tell us about now, or is it?
Yeah, well, it's up in the air. I'm planning it with a bunch of other content creators, so hopefully, like, it takes off.
I love it, man.
All right.
Keep rocking, keep rolling, keep on cooking, because you never know what's gonna turn into those piece de resistance of Michelin 5-star chef recipes. Vince, thank you as always for dropping all those links. I appreciate it ever so much. I've got a bunch of stuff cut up myself. Tomorrow we're doing some movie talk. I believe we are talking about Nobody in preparation for Nobody 2. But all of that said, guys, be sure to pace yourselves because the week has only begun, and you don't want to burn out by Wednesday. So be good yourselves, relax. Remember, the week's just begun, and everything gets a little bit better when we got some big robots. On our way out, let me see what can we do to cheer the people up. Well, I think I know what some people want to do to me on the way out here. Yeah, we'll go with this one. So, guys, be good. Take care. Peace.